Hey everyone, welcome back to English Every Day. I'm Sarah Mitchell, and wow, do we have an exciting episode for you today?
And I'm David Chen. Sarah, I'm so pumped about today's topic because this is something literally every English learner needs to master.
Absolutely. And if you're new here, welcome to the family. We make learning English fun, practical, and useful for real life situations. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.
Yes, and if you loved our last episode on small talk, you're going to absolutely love this one because today we're diving into how to talk about daily habits in English.
This is such a game changer topic. Think about it. When you meet someone new, what do you talk about? Your routines, your daily life, what you do every day.
Exactly. Whether you're chatting with a friend, having a job interview, or just making conversation, you need to know how to describe your daily habits naturally and confidently.
And here's the best part. Once you master this, you'll sound so much more fluent because you'll be using the present simple tense like a native speaker.
So grab your coffee, tea, or whatever you're drinking right now, get comfortable, and let's learn together.
And don't forget to like this video. It really helps us reach more English learners like you. All right, David, let's get started. So, David, why is talking about daily habits such an important skill in English?
Oh, great question. Here's the thing. Your daily routine is basically your life story in miniature. It tells people who you are, what you value, and what your lifestyle is like.
I love that perspective. And grammatically speaking, this is where the present simple tense really shines. This is the tense you use for habits, routines, and things you do regularly.
Right. And so many English learners struggle with this because in their native language, they might express habits differently. But in English, we have specific structures and patterns.
Let me give you an example. If someone asks you, "What do you usually do in the morning?" You can't just say, "I wake up." That's too basic. You need to paint a picture.
Exactly. A better answer would be, well, I usually wake up around 7, then I make myself a strong cup of coffee. After that, I check my emails while I eat breakfast, and then I get ready for work.
See the difference, everyone? David didn't just list actions. He used time markers like around 7, after that, and then. He also added details like a strong cup of coffee and check my emails.
These details make your English sound natural and interesting. Nobody wants to hear a boring list. They want to hear your story.
And here's something really cool. When you can talk about your habits confidently, you can also ask great questions and keep conversations going.
Yes, instead of awkward silence, you can ask things like, what's your morning routine like? Or, how do you usually spend your weekends?
Before we dive deeper, quick reminder, if you're finding this valuable, smash that like button. It takes 2 seconds and it helps us so much.
All right, let's build your vocabulary toolkit. Sarah, what are the key words and phrases people need to know?
Oh, I've got a whole list. Let's start with frequency adverbs because these are absolutely crucial. These tell us how often you do something.
Perfect. So we have always 100% of the time, usually about 90% of the time, often around 70 to 80%, sometimes maybe 50%, occasionally around 30%, rarely about 10%, never 0%, not at all.
And here's the tricky part, placement. In English, these usually go before the main verb. So you say, I always drink coffee, not I drink always coffee.
Great point. But there's an exception. With the verb to be, the adverb comes after. So you say, I am always tired, not I always am tired.
Ooh, good catch. Now let's talk about time expressions. These are gold for describing routines. Every day, every morning, every weekend, once a week, twice a month, 3 times a year. On weekdays, on weekends. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night.
And don't forget specific time phrases. Before work, after work, during lunch, during my commute, while I'm cooking, while I'm watching TV.
Yes, and here are some routine verbs everyone should know. Wake up, get dressed, get ready. Have breakfast, grab a bite. Head to, leave for. Work out, exercise. Take a break. Wind down, relax. Go to bed, fall asleep.
These are perfect. And notice how some of these are phrasal verbs like wake up and wind down. Native speakers use phrasal verbs all the time in casual conversation.
Exactly. So instead of saying I cease working, you'd say I finish up work or I clock out. It sounds way more natural. Let's get practical. David, let's talk about morning routines because this is usually the first thing people describe.
Perfect. Mornings are so important, and everyone has their own unique routine. Let me share mine as an example.
Go for it.
Okay, so here's how I'd describe it in natural English. I'm definitely not a morning person, so I usually set multiple alarms. I typically wake up around 6:30, but I'll be honest, I hit snooze at least once.
Relatable. I love that you're being honest. That's what makes it interesting.
After I finally drag myself out of bed, the first thing I do is open the curtains and let some light in. Then I head straight to the kitchen and make coffee. I can't function without it.
Notice, everyone, David is using conversational phrases like drag myself out of bed and I can't function without it. This is how real people talk.
While my coffee is brewing, I usually do some light stretching for about 5 minutes. Nothing intense, just enough to wake up my body. Then I sit down with my coffee and scroll through the news on my phone for about 15 minutes.
Great detail. You mentioned duration. About 5 minutes. About 15 minutes. This makes your description more vivid.
After that, I take a quick shower, get dressed, and make a simple breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast person, so I usually just have toast with avocado or some yogurt with fruit. By 7:45, I'm ready to start my day.
Perfect example. Now let me share mine, and I'll use a slightly different style. I'm the complete opposite of David. I'm a total morning person. I naturally wake up around 5:30, even without an alarm.
Show off.
Giggles. The first thing I do is make my bed because it makes me feel productive. Then I put on my workout clothes and go for a 30-minute run around my neighborhood. I absolutely love exercising in the morning when it's quiet and peaceful.
See how Sarah used absolutely love? That shows emotion and passion. It's not just, I like running. It's, I absolutely love it. Much more engaging.
After my run, I come home, take a shower, and then I spend about 20 minutes making a healthy breakfast. I usually make overnight oats or a smoothie bowl. I'm really into healthy eating. While I eat, I listen to a podcast or audiobook.
Love it. And notice Sarah said, I'm really into healthy eating. That's another natural phrase to show your interests.
Then I get ready for work, which takes me about 30 minutes. I like to take my time with my morning skincare routine. By 8 a.m., I'm heading out the door.
Two completely different morning routines, but both described in natural, engaging English.
Okay, it's time for everyone's favorite part, the fun segment. Today, we're talking about morning routine disasters.
Oh no, I have so many stories.
Let's hear one.
Okay, so one time I was running late for an important meeting. I was rushing around like crazy, trying to do everything in half the time. I jumped in the shower, quickly got dressed, gulped down some coffee, and rushed out the door.
Uh-oh, where's this going?
I got to the office, walked into the meeting room, and my colleague looked at me weird. Then she whispered, David, you have shampoo in your hair. I didn't rinse properly because I was rushing.
No way. That's hilarious.
I was so embarrassed. I had to excuse myself and go fix it in the bathroom. The lesson? Never rush your shower.
That's amazing. Okay, I've got one too. So I'm obsessed with my morning smoothies, right? One morning, I was making my usual smoothie. Banana, berries, protein powder, all the good stuff.
Sounds delicious.
Well, I forgot to put the lid on the blender properly. I turned it on full speed and smoothie exploded everywhere. All over the counter, all over me, all over the ceiling.
The ceiling?
The ceiling! I had to clean for 30 minutes and I was late for everything that day. Now I always, and I mean always, double check that lid.
These are the real-life moments that make learning English fun. And actually, everyone, these disasters give us great vocabulary like rush around, gulp down, and explode everywhere.
Exactly. Life isn't perfect, and sharing funny stories makes you more relatable. Don't be afraid to talk about your mistakes and mishaps.
And hey, if you're enjoying these stories and learning from this episode, do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. We create new episodes every week.
All right, let's move on to the main part of most people's day, work routines.
This is super practical because whether you're a student or a professional, you need to describe your daily work habits.
Absolutely. So let's start with how to talk about your commute. David, how do you get to work?
Good question. I usually take the subway to work. It takes about 35 minutes door to door. During my commute, I typically listen to podcasts or catch up on emails on my phone.
Great. Notice the phrase door to door. This means the total time from leaving your house to arriving at your destination.
And I also said catch up on emails. This is a super common phrase, meaning to check and respond to emails you haven't read yet.
Perfect. Now, how about your actual work routine?
When I get to the office around 9 a.m., I usually grab a coffee from the break room and chat with my coworkers for a few minutes. Then I sit down at my desk and prioritize my tasks for the day.
I generally have meetings in the morning, usually 2 or 3 back-to-back. In between meetings, I try to answer emails and work on my current projects.
And here's an important phrase, back-to-back meetings. This means meetings scheduled one right after another with no break.
Yes. Now, let's talk about lunch. I normally take my lunch break around 1 p.m. Sometimes I bring lunch from home, but usually I go out with colleagues to a nearby restaurant.
After lunch, I typically feel a bit sluggish, so I make myself another coffee to power through the afternoon.
Power through is such a good phrase. It means to keep going even when you're tired or unmotivated.
I usually wrap up work around 6 p.m., but if I have a deadline, I might stay until 7 or even 8. Before I leave, I always make a to-do list for the next day so I can hit the ground running in the morning.
Hit the ground running, another great idiom. It means to start something quickly and energetically.
See, everyone, we're not just describing routines, we're teaching you real expressions native speakers use every day.
Now let's talk about everyone's favorite part of the day, evening time.
Yes! This is when you finally get to relax and do things you enjoy.
So, David, walk us through your typical evening.
After I get home from work, usually around 6:30 or 7, the first thing I do is change into comfortable clothes. I can't stand wearing work clothes at home.
Laughs. Same. Sweatpants immediately.
Then I usually start preparing dinner. I try to cook at home most nights because it's healthier and cheaper. While I'm cooking, I often put on some music or a TV show in the background.
Notice David said most nights, not every night. This shows flexibility and is more natural than saying you do something 100% of the time.
I normally eat dinner around 8 p.m. while watching Netflix or YouTube. After dinner, I clean up the kitchen. I hate waking up to a messy kitchen.
Good habit. Okay, let me share mine. When I get home, I immediately change, and then I usually go for a walk or do some yoga. I find that I need to decompress after work.
Decompress. Great word. It means to relax and release stress.
Then I make dinner, which I usually eat around 7. After that, I like to read for about an hour. I'm currently reading a mystery novel, and I'm completely hooked.
Completely hooked. Perfect phrase for when you can't stop doing something because you love it so much.
Around 9:30, I start my bedtime routine. I take a long shower, do my skincare routine, and then I usually read in bed for another 30 minutes before turning off the lights around 10:30.
See how detailed these descriptions are? This is how you make your English rich and interesting.
And everyone, notice we're using a mix of present simple for regular habits and present continuous for temporary habits or things we're doing currently.
All right, let's talk weekends, because weekend routines are totally different from weekday routines.
So true. On weekends, I completely let go of my strict schedule. David, what about you?
On Saturday mornings, I like to sleep in. I usually don't wake up until 9 or 10, which is such a luxury compared to weekdays.
Laughs. Living the dream.
I typically start my day slowly. I make a big breakfast like pancakes or an omelet, and I sit and enjoy it without rushing. Then I usually do errands like grocery shopping or laundry.
Errands. Perfect word. These are small tasks or short trips you need to do, like going to the bank, post office, or supermarket.
In the afternoon, I often meet up with friends for lunch or coffee. Sometimes we go to the movies or just hang out at someone's place.
Notice hang out. Super casual phrase meaning to spend time together in a relaxed way.
Saturday evenings, I usually go out for dinner or to a bar. Sunday's my lazy day. I mostly stay home, watch sports, meal prep for the week, and just chill.
Perfect. Now let me share mine. Saturdays are my adventure days. I usually wake up early and go hiking or try a new cafe in a different neighborhood. I love exploring.
So energetic, even on weekends.
Laughs. On Saturday afternoons, I often meet friends for brunch. Brunch is my favorite meal. Then we might go shopping or visit a museum or art gallery.
Brunch, for those who don't know, this is a combination of breakfast and lunch, usually eaten between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on weekends.
Saturday nights, I'm usually pretty social. I go to dinner parties, concerts, or just have friends over for game night. Sundays are my self-care days. I do yoga, face masks, organize my space, and meal prep. I also call my family every Sunday afternoon.
Beautiful routine. And notice how both of us used usually, often, sometimes. We're showing that our weekends vary but have general patterns.
Here's something really useful. How to talk about changing your habits or developing new ones.
Yes, this is perfect for New Year's resolutions or when you're trying to improve your lifestyle. So here are some useful phrases for this. I'm trying to. I've started. I've been working on. I'm making an effort to. I'm attempting to.
Let me give some examples. I'm trying to wake up earlier these days. I have set my alarm for 6 a.m. instead of 7.
I've started going to the gym 3 times a week. I want to get healthier.
I've been working on reducing my screen time before bed. I'm reading instead.
I'm making an effort to cook more at home rather than ordering takeout.
And if you want to talk about bad habits you're breaking, you can say, I'm trying to cut back on. I'm attempting to quit. I'm working on stopping.
For example, I'm trying to cut back on coffee. I was drinking 5 cups a day, which was way too much.
I'm attempting to quit smoking. It's really hard, but I'm using nicotine patches to help.
And here's how to talk about habits you've successfully changed. I used to, but now I've stopped. I don't anymore.
Examples. I used to stay up until midnight every night, but now I go to bed by 10:30.
I've stopped eating junk food. I feel so much better.
I don't check social media first thing in the morning anymore. It was making me anxious. Now, let's flip the script. How do you ask other people about their habits in a natural way?
This is so important for keeping conversations going. Here are some great questions. What's your morning routine like? How do you usually spend your weekends? What do you typically do after work?
You can also ask more specific questions. Are you a morning person or a night owl? Do you prefer working out in the morning or evening? How do you unwind after a stressful day?
And here are some follow-up questions to show interest. How long have you been doing that? What made you start that habit? Do you find it easy to stick to your routine?
Let's practice. David, are you a morning person or a night owl?
I'm definitely more of a night owl. I feel most creative and productive after 8 p.m. How about you?
Complete opposite. I'm a total morning person. I'm most energetic before noon. What made you realize you're a night owl?
Honestly, I noticed that in school, I always did my homework late at night, and it just continued into adulthood. My brain just works better at night.
See how natural that flowed? We asked questions, gave detailed answers, and kept the conversation going.
Before we wrap up, let's talk about common mistakes English learners make when describing habits.
Oh, yes, this is so helpful. Mistake number 1, forgetting the S in third person present simple.
Right, you need to say, he wakes up at 7, not he wake up at 7. That tiny S is crucial.
Mistake number 2, using the wrong tense. Remember, for habits and routines, use present simple, not present continuous.
So it's I drink coffee every morning, not I am drinking coffee every morning. The continuous form suggests it's happening right now, not as a habit.
Mistake number 3, putting frequency adverbs in the wrong place.
Yes, it's I always eat breakfast, not I eat always breakfast. The adverb comes before the main verb.
Mistake number 4, being too vague. Don't just say, I wake up and go to work. Add details.
Exactly. Say, I wake up at 6:30, have a quick breakfast, and then commute to work by train.
Mistake number 5, forgetting time markers. Use words like usually, then, after that, next to connect your ideas.
This makes your description flow naturally instead of sounding like a choppy list.
All right, everyone, it's practice time. We want you to pause this video and try this exercise.
Take 1 minute and describe your morning routine out loud in English. Use at least 3 frequency adverbs and 2 time markers.
For example, I usually wake up at 7 a.m., then I immediately check my phone for about 10 minutes. After that, I always make coffee before jumping in the shower.
Don't worry about being perfect. The goal is to practice speaking and using the structures we taught you today.
And here's a challenge. Record yourself and listen back. This is one of the best ways to improve.
All right, pause the video now and do the exercise. We'll wait.
Welcome back. How did it go? Remember, practice makes progress, not perfection. Wow, David, we covered so much today.
We really did. Let's do a quick recap for everyone.
Today, we learned how to talk about daily habits using present simple tense for regular routines, frequency adverbs like always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, time expressions and markers, and natural phrases and idioms.
We covered morning routines, work and daytime habits, evening wind-down routines, weekend activities, how to talk about changing habits, and how to ask others about their routines.
And remember, the key to sounding natural is adding details, using time markers, and showing your personality.
Don't just list activities, tell your story. Make it interesting and unique to you.
If you found this episode helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more English learners.
And if you haven't already, subscribe to English Every Day and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next episode.
Drop a comment below and tell us what's one habit you're trying to develop. We read every single comment.
Also, share this video with a friend who's learning English. Learning together is more fun.
Next episode, we're talking about how to express opinions in English. You won't want to miss it.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, consistency is key when learning English.
You don't have to study for hours every day. Just a little bit every single day will make a huge difference.
I'm David Chen.
And I'm Sarah Mitchell.
And this has been English Every Day. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep speaking English every day.
Until next time.
Stay curious and keep growing.